Cardinal George Pell has been convicted of sexually abusing two boys in Australia. The former Vatican treasurer is the most senior Catholic figure ever to be found guilty of sexual offenses against children. Pell abused the 13-year-old choir boys in a Melbourne cathedral in 1996, a jury ruled last year. The Cardinal, 77, maintains his innocence and has lodged an appeal. In sentencing Pell on Wednesday, County Court of Victoria Chief Judge Peter Kidd said the cleric had committed a brazen and forcible sexual attack on the two victims.
You may have thought you could control the situation by reason of your authority as Archbishop, whether or not that belief was well-founded. Such a state of mind would have been extraordinarily arrogant, but the offending which the jury has found you have engaged in was, on any view, breathtakingly arrogant.
In December, a jury unanimously convicted Pell of one charge of sexually penetrating a child under 16 and 4 counts of committing an indecent act on a child under 16. Pell will be eligible for parole after 3 years and 8 months. His appeal will be heard in June. Australian abuse survivors were disappointed after a judge sentenced Pell to only 6 years in jail.
A head sentence of 6 years I thought was, way too low. I thought a non-parole period of less than 4 years was a joke. You've got to remember it's about the damage to the victim. It's not about the rehabilitation prospects of the pedophile. There's a price to be paid. Do the crime, do the time, and Pell got very little time.
No sentence is really long enough for taking the innocence of a child, but under current laws, I think it reflected a stronger message, that these things can't be tolerated anymore. So
Judge Peter Kidd said there was a real possibility that at age 77, Pell could spend the rest of his life in prison. He will also be registered as a sex offender for the rest of his life. Pell, a former top advisor to Pope Francis, is the most senior Catholic to be convicted for child sex offenses. His downfall brings to the heart of the papal administration a scandal over clerical abuse that has ravaged the Church's credibility in the United States, Chile, Australia, and elsewhere over the last 3 decades. Kat Dumaraos, UNTV News and Rescue.